Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, where every single Monday morning I go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. But before we get started, we got to thank today's video sponsor, and that is Arizona TCG. If you guys have a couple graded cards or a ton of graded cards, could be PSA, CGC, Beckett, doesn't matter. Arizona TCG is perfect for you. You just send them your graded cards, and that's it. They're going to handle everything else. They're going to take professional scans of your cards, then they're going to post it on their massive weekly eBay auctions. And as you can see, it does not have to be Pokemon. We got some One Piece right here. And the best part about all this is they charge almost the exact same amount as if you started your own eBay store. But this eBay store already has 100% positive feedback with over 10,000 cards sold. So definitely check them out. The link is in the description. But all right, let's get to it. Starting off with 151. The 151 booster bundle display is moving up. Last sold 418, 418. 418, 418, 418, 418. So nice to see something going up for 151, even though I would love to get a few of those. And the 151 Elite Trainer box is now selling for almost $70. Last sold 69, 69, 69, 61, 79, 59, 68. So it looks like you can still find a good deal. It's got to be out there somewhere, but yeah, getting close to $70. I really hope we're going to get a big reprint soon, but you know, I am not sure. And the Pokemon Center exclusive ETB is still climbing, getting pretty expensive. Last sold 112, 112, 122, 112, 123, 124, 122. So a ton of sales there in the 120s. Not too bad. All right, next, Crown Zenith. The mini tin display is moving. Last sold 119, 119. Someone bought 6 of them at 110. Another one at 119. Someone got one for 94. That's not bad. I don't mind the mini tins. I just wish they didn't really mess the packs up as much as they do. It's just a little tight in there, but you know, can't complain too much. Crown Zenith pin collection is also up just a couple dollars, like literally $2. And the ETB is about the same. Everything else is about the same. All right, next we got Celebrations. The mini tin display is going up for Celebrations also. Last sold 149, 144, 144. Was 128 in the middle of May. So what else do we got for Celebrations? I want to say the ETB is just still climbing very slowly, just like $1 at a time. But we got sales over $80. So I do like the Celebrations ETB. I love that it comes with a variety of packs. It's like the only ETB to do that. Got to check the Lance's Charizard tin. I think that one is still going up. Yeah, last sold 59, 59, 62. Was 48 for the longest time. It's a good looking tin. I do like the Lance's Charizard V. I just wish it would have been anything else besides a basic V. Like any sort of texture. I really feel like the promos for Celebrations were pretty lackluster for those boxes. Love the Greninja Gold Star. And then, of course, the promos we got in the UPC. But besides that, not the biggest fan. All right, next, we got Evolving Skies. Booster box still right around 700. We're getting sales, you know, a little over 700, a little under 700. But the ETBs are starting to move, like, pretty good now. The Pokemon Center one last sold 238, 238. You know, that was on 6/17/24. This is the Umbreon Pokemon Center one. And the next one last sold 229, 225, 224. And this is the Espeon one. Checking the regular one here. Last sold 138, 132, 147. So I've been saying that for the longest time. These ETBs should at least be $150. So I think once they hit 150 for the regular ETBs, they're going to hang out there for a little bit. But it just mathematically didn't make sense for them to be $100 still. That's why I bought a bunch of them at 80. I'm very happy I did. And the other one, that was the Flareon one. This is the Vaporeon one. You know, there's 2 different versions, of course. And last sold 129, 126, 134, 120. So getting pretty expensive. And it's about time some of these other products start to move. You know, the booster box always moves first, no matter what. Now, finally, some of these other guys are starting to go. The Build and Battle Stadium is still just climbing. Last sold 182, 179, 169. What else is moving? I think I seen one more thing. The Umbreon 3-pack blister is still climbing. Last sold 79, 72, 79. Love that one. I love that it comes with the Dragonite coin. And I actually don't mind that promo. I normally don't like those promos at all. All right, next we got Hidden Fates ETB. Starting to climb again. Really hoping to get down to 150. This thing just never really gets down to that 150 mark. It drives me nuts because I want to buy a bunch. Someone bought 5 of them at 173. Another one 173, 172, 175. So decent amount of sales in the 170s there. Love the ETB. I think it's one of the best looking ones. We're going to hop over to the Pokemon Center, just checking what's in stock still for booster boxes. We still got Silver Tempest. So that's the last Sword and Shield booster box hanging on. And same with the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. We still got Fusion Strike, Lost Origin, Brilliant Stars, Pokemon Go. So still got a few options there also. Next, we got all of the Sword and Shield booster boxes that are going up in price at all. So Fusion Strike is just the tiniest bit. Like, no joke, super tiny. Wasn't even going to add it, but we didn't have very many Sword and Shield booster boxes. Last sold 244, 234, 234. So that 244 is the high as of late. Bunch in the 230s. So if, people start buying it more at 240, might reach that 250 mark. And then we got Chilling Reign, which is honestly moving pretty decent compared to what it was doing for the longest time. 224, 229, 229. 227, 229. Love this set. No complaints with this set at all. Pull rates are pretty tough, but so is basically every set in Sword and Shield without the trainer galleries. And the Sword and Shield booster box, sales at 389, 350, 350. All right, next we got Sun and Moon booster boxes. And if you guys didn't know, I announced this on my Falling Friday video, but this Thursday I'm starting a new weekly series called Throwback Thursday, where we're basically going to do Market Monday and Falling Friday combined, but with vintage in one video. And then from now on, I'm going to include all of Sun and Moon in my regular Market Monday and Falling Friday, and then everything else older than Sun and Moon will be in the Throwback Thursday. So if you guys are interested, definitely check that out this Thursday. And if you guys do have any questions, make sure you check out my What If Wednesday videos. You can drop the questions right there. You'll actually be featured in the video possibly, and one person's question is on the thumbnail every single week. So definitely check that out. All right, let's get back to it. So many Sun and Moon booster boxes are going up. Like, I looked at every one, and every one of these is just still slightly going up. So we'll go through these real quick. Burning Shadows, which I honestly feel like is not a terrible set. If you really break the set down, it's not bad at all. Slowly climbing. Last sold 428, 428, 424. So about 2 of them at 428. 415, 424. So, not bad. A few months ago, it was just 410. Let's check that 1 year high. Was 406. So it's always been at least a $400 booster box. So slowly starting to climb. Next, let's check out Ultra Prism. Just straight climb up. Last sold 662, 674. And then too, with some of these older sets, TCG Player is not the best option for checking prices and stuff. They just don't have very many sales. Unbroken Bonds. I love this box. It was 620. Last sold 650. Someone got one at 615, but that was a few weeks ago. As you can see, it literally went from 616.24 to 528.24. So we do not get very many sales for these boxes, because a lot of people that have them aren't really interested in selling them also. That's a big reason. Ultra Prism, just up a little bit. Last sold 662, 674, 675. So almost to that 680 mark. What else do we got here? Can't stand when TCG Player jumbles everything around every time you go back. Unified Minds, 657. Last sold 744, 747, 744. This is the box that I have the most of for the Sun and Moon era. I was buying a bunch of these from like 130 to 170. I want to say I have maybe like 12 of them. I didn't get like a ton, but that's a good amount for me. I'm very happy with that. Next we got, gotta check Team Up. So, was $2,000 a couple months ago. Last sold 23.75. The sale before that, 23.85, 23.95. Wow. Super crazy. Love this box. I really feel like this is going to be Evolving Skies one day. You know, I could easily see Evolving Skies being $1,000, $1,500, and then a $2,000 booster box. So love it though. All right, what else do we got? I don't think we clicked on Forbidden Light. Not the best set, but there's a couple bangers in there. Wasn't the 430s a couple months ago, last sold 459, 468, 464. So yeah, almost every Sun and Moon box is just slowly ticking up there. All right, I probably missed a couple. There we go. Cosmic Eclipse. This set's crazy. It was 860, last sold 940, 895, 945, 950, 925. So a ton of Sun and Moon boxes, like I said, going up. Next, the Fusion Strike Elite Trainer Box. This is still in stock on the Pokemon Center, but not everybody can order from the Pokemon Center. So last sold $74. Someone got one for $59, $74, $67, $58. Someone got two at $70. So, I mean, that's pretty expensive for a box we can still get at MSRP from the Pokemon Center. All right, getting to some cards. We got Greninja. This thing's just going absolutely crazy. I 100% believe this is just, you know, the same market stuff that went on with Temporal Forces. I think it's going to happen with every single new set that we get now. But before, like no joke, before these last two sets, you would almost guarantee that the most expensive these cards are going to be is on that first like week of pre-release. And then from there it went down. The only like cards that didn't do that really are like the Umbreon and, you know, maybe Giratina and stuff like that, like a few crazy cards. But I also seen somebody say this is going to be top 3 Scarlet and Violet cards, which, I mean, it's not a terrible card, but I really hope we get something a little bit better than this for a top 3 card for the entire era, which I do have very, very high hopes for this last half of Scarlet and Violet. I think they're going to release some bangers. Very excited for Team Rocket. If they do that right, that set could be absolutely crazy. Very excited, because especially, you know, with these illustration rares and special illustration rares, you can actually see them be like aggressive and mean, you know, actually the bad Pokemon, the dark Pokemon. But yeah, let's check these sales here. 220, 219, 199, 198, 190, 204. So if you guys are buying this card because you think it's going to be $300-$400, I don't know. I really don't think it'll get there. All right, next. Now, this Charizard GX from Hidden Fates is getting pretty expensive. Some about 2 of them at $499. Sale at $403, $499, $450, $469. Very expensive card. In my opinion, I think the Shiny Charizard from Champion's Path, the regular V1, is on par or even a little better. I don't like the blue outlining for this. It makes him look blue and red when he's supposed to look black and red. So if you guys were interested in this card and can't afford it, I think that is a great alternative. So, but yeah, very expensive. The Umbreon GX is moving up. This is basically one of the best full art shinies in the set besides the Charizards. Love this card. And we should have known this thing was going to go crazy. 122 a couple months ago, last sold 177. Was 122 a couple months ago, last sold 170. Got a lightly played for 99. We got a 130 near mint for the picture, 230 near mint with the picture. That's a PSA 10, and the Umbreon GX regular 130. We got one here for 249, 189. So all over the place for these sales. So this could be one of the cards, you know, that's getting hyped up next. All right, next we got the Charizard EX. We got a pretty big spike. And I mean, check out some of these sales: 117, 123, 106. Not bad. Just one with the picture for 120, 103, 123. Good amount of sales there for like 120. Got one for 134. So kind of getting expensive. I could see this card also getting hyped up too. I think everything in 151 is going to boom soon. All right, next, the Charizard VMAX promo from the UPC. This is the only one out of the 3 that's really moving a decent amount. So if you guys were planning on get this card, might want to move quickly. I'm sure you can still find good deals for it too, but it was $10 last sold. A bunch at $13 for lightly played, but near mint for 13, 14, 14, 14. Very solid card. Kind of goes with the shiny Charizard VMAX cards and like the card from Darkness Ablaze and stuff like that. Next, the Ghastly's still moving. You know, $19 up to $35. Last few sales here, 33, 34, 33, 34, 34. Do love this card. I love when they put all 3 evolutions in the same card. Next, the Magikarp is still just going crazy. It's absolutely wild. In my opinion, I do think this card is slightly overpriced. I really feel like no illustration rare should be over $100, but we got a sale here for $149, $141, $150, $141. I mean, FOMO is no joke. People really, really want this card. But if I were you, I would just wait on it, get the Japanese versions, super cheap. That's what I'm doing. $149, $140, $130, $125. Super crazy. I do love that an illustration rare is doing so good. I wish we had a few special illustration rares that were going super crazy also that aren't brand new, like the Greninja and stuff. All right, next, got a few from Arizona TCG. We're going to check the PSA 10 prices. A lot of these mid-tier tag team alt arts are starting to go up in price. The super expensive ones are either level or coming down a little bit, but these guys, I mean, was $224 up to $320 in a PSA 10. Love that card. I just love having, you know, the big Blastoise with the little Piplup. It's just adorable. Next, the Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff GX tag team. You know, same thing, was $164 up to $193, almost $200 in a PSA 10. Beautiful card. I do own this card here. My wife really, really enjoys it. And last on the list, we got the Gengar and Mimikyu GX Alt Art Tag Team. How expensive this card was, though. $1,249 all the way down to $620, $612. Now back up to $800. And two, that's why I always say buy at the bottom. You know, don't give in to the hype. You don't want to be buying cards at $1,300 and a year or two later they're worth $600. It's absolutely devastating. So just be safe. You might miss out on a few good cards here and there. You know, you can take those risks every once in a while. But to be buying a bunch of cards when they're the most expensive they've ever been is not the smartest thing to do. I do love this card, though. I wish it wasn't zoomed in as close, and I wish we had got a little bit more of a background. That's my only complaint with a lot of the tag team alt arts. There's not really much of a background going on, so. But I do love the card, and I still need this card. I had it. It was probably lightly played to moderately played. Got it in a big lot. Kept it for a little bit, but ended up selling it. That happens so much. I get so many cool cards in lots, and if it's not the condition that I want, gotta let her go, even though I don't want to, but I gotta. So yeah, that was today's Pokemon Market Monday. If you guys do see anything moving up or down in the market, please let me know. It helps out so much, especially now with Vintage, with the Throwback Thursdays. I'm very, very excited for that because Vintage is honestly my true love. I love modern alternate arts. I think they're doing really, really good now with Pokemon. But the Vintage is just crazy. Like, I've been chasing these cards for, you know, over 20 years. And I'm going to have different price ranges for Throwback Thursday, so there's stuff for everybody. Not every card's going to be $1,000 plus. Like, I'll try to do, you know, some unlimited jungle, fossil, and then, you know, some rare stuff, first edition, crystals, gold stars, then some random stuff like Team Rocket Returns and, you know, Delta Species and the Legend cards and stuff like that. So, but all right, if you guys like this content, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, please leave a like. It honestly helps out the most, leaving those likes. And then two, if you comment, it helps a ton. And just know I comment back to every single person. And don't feel bad for commenting. If I comment back to everybody, that's what I want. You know, the more comments, the more views we get and everything. Plus, I like chit-chatting with everybody. You know, I like to read everything and hear what's going on. It just makes me feel a lot more connected to you guys. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves with other creators that get less views than me that comment back to almost nobody. It's like, why are you even doing this if you're not trying to connect with the people that are watching you? But all right, I want you guys to have a great day, and we'll see you next time.